Greetings everyone and welcome back. This is Marco, and today we're taking a look at the Konica Exonon 40mm 1.8. Here's a funny story about this lens. I almost missed it. Quite some time ago, maybe 2 months, something like that, maybe 3 months ago, I went to a different flea market and I stumbled upon this lens. Didn't know anything about it, so I left it there. When I got home, I was curious, so looked it up on the internet, found out it is supposedly pretty good and interesting. And I was like, damn it! But you know, you miss one, you get one. A month after that, I got back to the same flea market, and there it was, still there, this lens. So I bought it, along with the Kenlock 100-300 that you have already seen in the previous review, and a camera that hopefully I will show you in the future. I won't say near future, but in the future. As you can see, this lens is very small. In fact, it is one of those lenses known as pancake lenses. Quite a contrast to the Kenlock 100-300 it came with. Today we are outside again, here at Lake Cavazzo, a beautiful lake here in the northeast of Italy. Unfortunately, the weather is anything but good, but we'll make do. Now, let's get this lens and let's go shooting. Even wide open, this lens is really sharp, more than I thought, and it produces a very distinctive, dreamy, almost glowing background bokeh that I really like. Stop it down and it gets even sharper without any barrel distortion. At 40mm, this is far from a telephoto lens. Yet the minimal focusing distance of 45 cm lets you get pretty close to your subject and pick up even fine details. As you can see, the weather is not getting better, so we'll just go to the end of the lake, then go back and call it a day. So here are some pictures, some clips I shot with this lens in the last couple months, and I'll see you back in the studio. And here we are back in the studio. As we know, no piece of gear comes without flaws, and this lens is no different. It does have some chromatic aberration, especially wide open, and it does flare and glare a little bit. Some might see these as flaws, some might consider it more cinematic, to each his own. In my experience, this lens has showed me two different looks, two different souls. As I already said, wide open it gets just a little bit softer, kind of glowy and dreamy, and in some ways cinematic, while top down gets really sharp and gives a more modern look, I would say. In some ways we can say it bridges between a vintage, quirky cinematic lens and a modern, sharp, precise one. Plus, it really is a small lens, so much so that even with the adapter on, it still is the smallest among the vintage lenses I own, making it a perfect choice for day-to-day use. Even the camera it came with is really, really small, and yes, this is the one I was talking about earlier that I wanna try and shoot. We'll see how that goes. All in all, I've got to say that I'm pretty happy that I didn't miss this lens the second time around, because it left a really positive impression on me. It does have a very distinctive look among both my vintage lenses, the ones I own, and among vintage lenses in general. But this might be the third set I would go for. As you know, I'm trying to build the Canon FD set and Asahi Pentax set, and these Konica Xenons might be the next ones. I'm getting myself in so much trouble with this. Anyway, I like this lens. It will find a place in my set, in my workflow, and I will use it. So if you happen to stumble upon one of these, get it, because they're pretty damn good and pretty damn cheap, so can't see a reason why not to buy them. Again, I guess that is all for today, so I'll see you in the next one.